think we're getting murdered. Like, or a Thai massage. Apparently we're going to the shop.
My hotel room, which looks like this, and it's about 10 in the morning right now. I'm rooming with Tim Tollefson. He's out on a photo shoot with Hoka right now, so I'm just, I guess, relaxing and hanging out a little bit, and probably gonna go seek out some food. I just did a video edit for the previous Steep Life, and probably gonna check out my camera equipment. Race is in 2 days. It's Thursday right now, so hopefully get a run in maybe later this afternoon, and then probably be checking in tomorrow for the race. Alright, we're heading to a group run.
I think so. Yeah. Hong Kong style.
Yeah. First run in Hong Kong.
Gangnam style.
Is that where this is from?
No, I don't think so. I think that's Korea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And after that, like especially after this year, like it was like polar opposite of last year.
Hey man, what's up?
Yeah.
See you. Yeah.
This is Jamil.
Hey there.
Julian.
Hey there.
Yeah. You have a taxi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's
Yes.
a little gimbal.
Well, like after CCC and UTV went so well in 2015.
You just lead us up to me. I can show you my world. We can go through it all. You just leave it up to me. Take a trip to the stars. I can show you it all. You just leave it up to me. I can show you my world. We can go through it all. You just lead us up to me. Take a trip to the stars. I can show you it all. Yeah. Look at all this moolah. I got cash now. And a bunch of books in my lap.
Did you get a receipt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, all up in your face like a front page. Going through your place like a front gate.
Alright, we found the Times Square version of Hong Kong.
Feels like New York.
Running around
Yeah.
We're going for a first run.
So it's gonna be a really fun run.
How do you guys have internet always?
I don't. I was looking at an old email.
Gatorade, I sip it till I fade away. Mix it with the vodka, then I'm A-okay. Yeah, looking for that green, I wanna radiate. Then sail away like it's 1988. You just lead us up to me. I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just leave it up to me. Take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. You just leave it up to me. I can show you my world, we can go.
Yeah, those ducks are no thanks. I'm good with
So
that.
you're vegetarian?
Vegan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been that way for a long time?
Yeah, like 6 years.
Okay.
So it's easy for me now.
So you're just on the bandwagon, right? Yeah, just.
I
the
jumped
fad,
on it. Yeah, I'm
Forgot to get off.
I'm thinking about going on to the paleo pretty soon.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a friend he's vegan for a few years, and then he had these like crazy health issues. So he went on the total paleo high fat thing, which cured it. But now he's eating bacon wrapped meat and stuff like all the time.
Not really sure. The Action
Action X.
Action X shop.
Heard about it. Oh, it's a running stick.
That was really, that's ETR1.
In the rain, yeah.
Oh.
Because it was muddy that year.
It's a bulletproof vest.
It's pretty dangerous to run in Hong Kong. Oh, nice.
North Face last 2 years ago.
Sage, is
Oh,
that
yeah.
you, buddy?
2014 in Berlin, yeah.
Is that you? Nice.
I've never seen that picture.
Do you remember that moment?
No, I can't even think of
Can't
where that
place
is
it?
on the course. It's definitely North Face though, because I was wearing the ATRs and I have the old school.
You want to just do it here?
And it's muddy. You know how muddy it was that year.
So I think if you could finish by 5:50-ish,
Yeah.
because then people might start
Okay.
getting in your way.
Yeah, you have the thing from here.
Today, just to meet
Okay.
here, but we're gonna go out to the, I think just go to this.
I kind of want that bulletproof life jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah, just go on public residence. Cool. I'll get you guys a chair real quick.
Hi again.
It's the same.
This
a Waka too.
Okay.
It looks nice.
I can fit that.
Although I kind of like the
Yeah.
speed lace.
The
I don't-
10.5
I don't-
Waka?
I'm
No,
not
I don't
picky.
like.
You don't like?
No, I cut and then I take some normal lace.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's no.
Yeah, it's good luck.
This the Armat feel is the best. It's just a good balance.
Yeah.
You saw some of the stairs.
Yeah.
A few stairs.
So, what do you think of the course? It's your first time here. Julian's an expert on the course already. What do you think? The trails.
They're really nice. I think it's amazing you have so much wilderness space and actual like big hills and mountains so close to such a big city. I think that's really unique.
Yeah.
And then the stairs I think will be a big challenge because we're not used to so many stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, of what we saw, it looked like a really neat environment out there. That blend of the kind of mountainous experience right on the harbor of the city, and if it was clear, we would have been able to see the skyscrapers and just the sky or the cityscape. But I think it's interesting that they decided to cement and pave that trail, and not just leave it dirt. But it's unique, and it's not like something you'd find elsewhere. So it's going to be a pretty, kind of just exciting opportunity out there.
And it's the first time here for both of you?
For me, yes,
for
not
him.
him.
Yeah, I watched this race last year.
Okay.
Just watched though. I was
Why?
watching some friends.
Why only watching?
The friends I was with were doing the race.
Okay.
So I wanted to just watch them at the aid station to help them a little.
Which aid station were you at?
Well, the start and then the one at the 50K mark we were at today, and then there was one up closer to the finish where there were a lot of monkeys.
Oh yeah, that's around
that was
stage 8.
Yeah, that was my favorite because I got to see all the monkeys Which you don't see ever in the U.S.
I hate that one. I'm running really fast.
Yeah.
Run from the monkeys.
I'm a little worried about the monkeys.
Just don't show
Yesterday
them.
I see a monkey alone.
You saw one
Yeah,
yesterday?
when
I
I
love
run
them.
alone, I see a monkey. They look me. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, but you know they're in big packs
Yeah.
on
They come
that
at
golden
you.
hill.
It hurts.
It's really scary.
So very big.
Yeah.
So don't run with bananas.
Don't show any food.
Don't show
They take your
gels.
gels. They take your water.
Yeah,
they
because
take
they
anything.
can come your gel
Okay.
or
Yeah.
your
And
sunglasses.
the
get
thing is that they're
jealous
like
if
idiots who
you're
drive up and feed them,
Yeah, that's it.
and so they're not afraid of us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they see
so-
you as a food
That's what happens
opportunity.
with our bears in California.
That's
No,
just-
people feed the bears, and then they get closer, and then they're not afraid of you. Yeah,
Oh my god.
they're almost domesticated.
Are they
Yeah,
stupid? Oh, I mean, people. Are they
people are stupid. I think that's universal.
Oh, that's crazy. So how did you feel the air at all while you were out there today? Did you?
I felt more just the humidity. Like the air quality didn't seem to bother me, but definitely like we were kind of just trekking in a little bit of running, but the humidity was pretty potent. Like,
Yeah.
we were
the
sweating.
moisture- the moisture, yeah, I felt
Yeah.
a little sticky, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice the air
No.
pollution.
Oh, okay.
More visually. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't see far.
Oh, okay. So no breathing problems, nothing.
No.
Okay. And Julian, you've seen Hong Kong on a nice day and now not so nice. Did you feel a difference breathing?
Yeah, I think this morning it's a cold but very humid. But maybe it's 15 degrees, but we are totally wet.
Yeah.
And I think it's not easy because it's difficult to cool. Yeah, when you run.
But the air was okay for you also breathing?
We don't run really. We don't really run this morning,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Okay.
I hope it's the same as for the race.
Okay.
Is it supposed to stay that way through the weekend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
forecast looks similar.
Yeah.
And, well, the only way it kind of clears is when it is, and like even a lot of it is actually cement. So do you think your road running background is gonna be an advantage for you? Yeah.
Yeah, I intentionally trained on some trails around Boulder where I live that had more. We don't have flights of stairs, but we have trails where there's rock steps, so you actually have to step up on hard rocks. And so I went on those trails more often than I would usually, because I knew there were lots of stairs here and there was a lot of concrete, so I made sure to do that. And I did some runs on the road, on pavement and concrete too, so I'm used to that pounding. But I hope that wearing Hokas will help.
Yeah. I think they do. A lot of runners have switched to Hokas here because there's just a lot of concrete on the trail. And you? Jim?
Yeah, I did my best to mimic the demands of the course with kind of switching off days of one flatter, kind of faster running on cement, and then the next day more steep, kind of mountainous stuff. Being that it is now winter where I live, it's challenging to find more off trail that actually you can get on dirt. So it forced me onto more pavement for my training, which probably helps for this preparation. And our background in road running, I think, will always kind of have that kind of appreciation for just pounding of pavement, and it's something that doesn't really, your body kind of remembers it. Yeah, I didn't do any step training, so that'll be a variable that'll be a fun addition on race day.
So overall, who do you think are the favorites to watch for the race? Who do you have your eye on? And you can name
Julian.
yourself. Yeah. Julian? Okay.
No, I'm sure after 50k, but maybe I have half hour on the front of me because it's so flat and they can run easier, I think.
Yeah. But you'll catch them.
I'm not sure.
Who else? The other names? They're like
the locals.
this. It's already like a deep field for
It
them.
is competitive this year.
I think guys like Dietrich,
yeah.
he's going to be a guy to watch. I think he can run. He showed he got second at Western, which is
Yeah.
incredible. And then like someone that people probably are not maybe overlooking, Seth Swanson, another American.
Yeah.
He's been second at Western twice in a row, and he's here.
Fourth at UTMB.
Yeah, fourth at UTMB. I think he's a guy to keep your eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other local guy, not I know Long
Long
Fei,
Fei.
he pulled out.
Yeah.
He's not gonna race.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that true?
Because he was like
Yeah, because I know he was a
Oh, wow.
favorite, but then the other, is he from
Oh.
Hong Kong or China?
Yeah, the other Chinese guy. There's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
He's
he'll be
one.
someone to keep your eyes
Yeah.
out for.
Okay.
Sorry, what's his?
I forgot his name too. The
Oh.
other Chinese guy. Yeah, I know. There are two
I'm
of
bad.
them.
I'm bad with names.
The other Chinese guy.
Yeah, I'll get his name. I think we all know. I think we're all talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other Europeans? I don't know about it. Do you know the Spanish people?
Dominguez?
And, yeah.
Dominguez.
I think maybe it should be good, but I think maybe we have some Nepalese guy,
Yeah.
but they are very strong, and we don't know the name. And when we start, it's still crazy because they run with nothing, and they are very, very strong.
Yeah. Start of the season, or is it the end of the season? Or what is it like for you?
For me, it's the start of my season. I haven't raced since UTMB,
Okay.
so it's kind of kicking off the 2017 year here, and I mean, I'm excited to get out there and mix it up. I feel fit, and you never know what will come race day, but I'm cautiously confident that it could go well.
Okay. And Sage?
It's kind of the start to middle of my season. I just raced a month ago.
Which one?
The North Face 50 mile in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, the season's always year round. So
Okay.
I have a full year planned, but I always treat every race I do as a race and as a serious race. And so I want to just try to do the best and compete as best I can. I think the stairs will be interesting probably, but I like that this course is a net uphill because I like going up more than down. So that I think hopefully that helps.
Yeah. I think so. And going down is tough when you're tired.
Yeah.
What kind of other skills or training do you have to incorporate to get good at trail running?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is just getting out on the trails and practicing the hills, because a lot of the trail races you have, thousands of meters of up and down, whereas
Yeah.
roads are pretty flat. So it's about spending a lot of time working on learning how to run technical trails, but just also going up steep hills, uphill, downhill, focusing more on how much climbing you're doing each week rather than just what horizontal distance you cover, because on the road it's easy to run a lot of kilometers pretty fast, but on the trails it might take hours to go the same distance. So it's more about just the time you spend on the trails and doing more climbing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important to kind of go more on effort base than like paying attention to what your watch may tell you. Because if you're very caught up on how fast per kilometer you're going on the road, you're going to have a hard time adjusting the trail because inevitably you're going to go a lot slower. But also, as you're transitioning, it's important not to just run steep every day. It's kind of like on the roads, you wouldn't do a speed workout every day.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do steep stuff every single day on the trails. Like having some variation is important so the body adapts slowly to it so that you don't kind of burn yourself up or end up with some sort of other overuse injury that you didn't have prior to advancing a lot of technical trail running. A 100-mile race or just a 50-kilometer, just being more efficient as a runner is beneficial. So if you can become, and speed work allows you to become more mechanically sound, more efficient, and that will help every distance.
Okay. And what do you
I
think?
think it's the same for me. I try to be more efficient on the road, but it's not easy because I'm not a road runner before, and I need to work a lot to learn to run fast.
What's your background?
I just started sport at 20.
Okay.
After 6 years of bicycle, road bicycle,
Okay.
and I started running 10 years ago.
Okay. And when you started running, it was straight away on the trail?
Yeah, I think my second race, it's a CCC.
That was impressive.
And you won?
Yes.
Natural.
But it's 10 years ago, it's different.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
He's Julian.
Yeah.
You've done well at CCC too.
I did CCC.
Yeah. You were second.
Second.
Yeah. Okay. But that was
But
your second
that was after
race.
like 15 years of running. Yeah. It was not my. It was my first 100K, but not my first trail race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, all of you guys are just crazy, amazing. So what would be your kind of key training session? You would say. Is there one that you can say kind of keeps you on your toes with trail running?
I'm a firm believer that there is no like one magic workout.
Yeah.
It's about consistency and having, you know, week in, week out, month in, month out of just kind of a slow progression of, you know, consistently getting better. That said, probably my favorite workout is the long run. You know, once a week I typically do a longer type effort, and I think it's really important as you prepare for ultras to kind of numb the mind and the body to being out on the trail or the roads for hours on end and practicing nutrition and practicing just how you're going to get through the mental lulls. But I think every run's kind of an opportunity to get a little bit better, but you just kind of have to, I don't know, keep things in check.
And how long do you run for your long run?
It depends on the race, but I typically don't ever go longer than 33 miles in training.
Okay.
So, or 55 kilometers. I don't go more than that. Even for UTMB, my longest run was 55 kilometers
Wow.
in training.
Okay. And is it the same for you guys? Do you have to run 100 km?
It's probably the most important single workout, and I think it changes a lot with the race focus. And I think one of the most important things to look at when you look at what type of long run you're going to do is to look at the elevation profile of the race and try to see what kind of hills you have, what, you know, if it's a lot of climbing or if it's a really steep hill or if it's a technical trail. You want to try to make that, when you do your workout, your long run, to be like the race will be,
Okay.
because then it's more specific.
Okay.
Where if it's, you know, if it's a road marathon, then you do your long run on pavement.
Yeah.
So it's about mimicking the race course.
That's all the questions I have. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna take all these guys out for a run tonight.
Oh, good.
In the city?
No, I think actually just here, which is where I live, is the horse racing track.
Oh yeah.
Horse races on Wednesday, but every other day it's a field for people to run.
I like that.
It's not horse races, so yesterday you could have won some money.
Yeah.
Started here. I'm Eric with Action X. It's great to have so many people come out. I think it would just be a nice, fun, relaxed night. Quickly, the schedule is we're just going to do a little intro. The guys are going to give a little talk. We'll do Q&A, and we're going to do a little lucky draw for some prizes, and then we'll go out for a nice little easy run. Okay, nothing too hard. We should be done by about 7:30. So, yeah, it's great to have everybody in town for the Hong Kong 100. We're the store sponsor, and we're also sponsoring with Jubel Sunglasses and Drymax. And we were lucky enough to have some of the elite runners from those brands coming over and competing. We have Sage, Julian, and Tim. I'll let them each give a 1-2 minute introduction. Then you guys can ask some questions and then win some prizes. Good to go. So Sage, you want to kick it off?
Hi, my name's Sage Canaday, and it's an honor to be out here in Hong Kong. I actually came out here last year to spectate at the race. I had some friends running, and so I got to see the course, and I was really intrigued by the unique challenges of it, the stairs and the beautiful views from above the city. Made me want to come back to race it as part of the Ultra Trail World Tour, which I'm also competing in this year as a kind of an international competition. But yeah, really excited to be back racing ultras and racing over here for the first time. I live in Boulder, Colorado, in the U.S. That's where I'm trained, and I've been doing ultras for 5 years now. Still learning a lot though with every race, and trying to do more international races where I could compete against guys from all over the world and really challenge myself. So it's an honor to be here, and great to see the running community too. It's really cool.
We have Julian from France.
Julien Chaurier from France. It's not my first time here. I come here several times, 2 times to run Oxfam Trail Walker. Sorry, it's a nice race, a team race, and I like it. I like the route. That's why I want to run alone this route this weekend, and I'm very happy to be here because I come here 1 month ago for 50k, and it's the start of my season, and it's very nice to come here with sometimes some sun, but more high temperature. Thank you.
We have Tim from the USA as well.
Hi, I'm Tim Tollefson. I'm kind of the newbie out of these guys. I've only been doing ultras for 2 years, but I jumped on the opportunity to come over to Hong Kong. Just thought it'd be a neat time to come check out the eastern part of the world. Wouldn't have an opportunity otherwise to explore, and I'm really looking forward to be done so I can enjoy some of the cuisine. I'm looking forward to food, but I'm a little nervous to try too much new stuff right now, and just fear of maybe some GI distress. But I'm excited to get out there and mix it up with these guys. I think it'll be fun. It should be beautiful. Hopefully we have a nice day. So yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so we're just going to do a few 5 minutes of questions. So if you guys have any questions for these guys about their training or about their racing or anything, you can raise your hand and I'll point at you and you can call. Not you.
Hi, my name is Marian. I come from Romania. So
Hey!
you're the guy who I
Yes.
talked to. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's another story. So I was talking online with him on Facebook, and he said, "Yeah." I told him greetings from Snowy, Romania. He says, "Yeah, I live there." What? Anyway, I have a question for Sage and for Tim. I know that you come from road and track racing, so I was looking. How does it fit actually now with going into ultras? And is there a moment in an ultra where you actually feel your experience in road and track?
Yeah, definitely. It depends on the course, but in some of the sections, like even on this course from what I've seen, if you're on the pavement, sometimes you start thinking back of your road marathon, or if it's a rare flat part of the course, you think into that and say, hey, I could run faster maybe out of an aid station or into an aid station where it's pavement. It's been a challenge for me to mix up both at the same time in the same year. So I think for this year, I really want to focus on trail and mountain races, and then maybe next year I'll do some more road marathons. But it's hard to mix really tough climbing mountain races with the flat road running. I think it works your leg muscles a bit differently, so you have to see what it does to your legs more than the heart and lungs.
Yeah, I think there are some parallels between the two. With anyone that's run a road marathon knows that 26 miles or 42 kilometers is very challenging to get through, at a quick pace. And there are times where mentally you don't think you can sustain. And I pull on that a lot in an ultra, where there are times during the ultra where I feel like I'm going to give up. There's no way I can sustain this to the finish. But I think anytime you can just get that mental preparation and kind of dial in with that fortitude to push on through the discomfort, it's good practice. And then just coming from the roads, the pace is relatively more manageable, where you're out there and you're running X pace, but it kind of feels relatively easy, for a part of the course. And I think that just helps, kind of gives you confidence that, hey, I can handle this pace. But,
through it all. You just need it up to me. Take a trip to the stars. I can show you it all. Yeah. Don't nobody know while I'm on the road. All up in Japan, running it on my own. Hop off that phone, get it while I can. Picking up all them riches, I'll be digging for that gold. 24, yeah, now I'm ready for it. Drop that thing like I went smoking on the corner. All my homies, they done told me I'm a stoner. That's some jelly-ish, but I don't look like Homer. You just leave this up to me, I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just leave it up to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. You just leave it up to me, I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just leave this up to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. You just leave it up to me, I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just leave this up to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. You just leave this up to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you. You just leave it up to me, I can show you my
We're here at a racetrack for horses and we're getting a run in. There's no other real good place to run, but we've got like Sage and Tim and Julian over here and a big group of people. It's pretty cool, kind of surreal. There's just skyscrapers everywhere, all around us.
Right, I think the plan is literally a couple of laps around here, nothing too onerous, and yeah, pretty easy if anyone wants
How far around is it for one lap? A mile maybe?
That guy just said a mile.
1 mile. Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of. I would love to do repeats out here.
That's a great distance.
Okay, let's Strava this. I wonder what the record is.
I guess we'll find out. I'm sure it's on there.
And then we'll come back on Monday and do it.
Okay. That'd be cool. 2 days post, be like back at it.
Yeah.